Hey guys, Jeffrey Drake here again, and today we're going to do another draft video of Guilds of Ravnica. Now, I had a lot of fun during my last series, and if you watched that, you'll know that there was a stunning conclusion. Actually, it was an undefeated draft. We didn't drop a single game in our 3 matches, so I'm not expecting to get those kind of results again, because that was kind of a fluke, and we basically just got handed the nuts as a deck without even trying. So, I'm not expecting those kind of results, but yeah, we're just gonna try it again and see what happens this time, So, cool. Without further ado, let's get into it here. Yeah, and if it's your first time to my channel, I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I like to play Magic, and I like Guilds of Ravnica draft. It's just a lot of fun. I gotta say, guys, that I have a soft spot for playing Izzet. Okay, maybe it's the Drakes, or maybe it's just that it's a great guild, and the gameplay is really dynamic, so I really like that. Hoping that we don't end up in one of the boring guilds, like, like Boros. I mean, Boros is good. Don't get me wrong, guys. Boros is good, but I just find it really boring to play. Games aren't that interesting for me. Same with Selesnya, Selesnya is like a little more strategic, like you gotta plan your turns carefully, but, I just, again, I don't find it that interesting, It's like you're just trying to get 4/4 down and smash face, and it can be kind of, you get in these stupid board stalls where you don't have any good attacks, and I just don't really like games like that. So anyway, I'm just rambling on here while we wait for our match to start. So yeah, but I'm a big fan of guilds, and I'm eagerly awaiting the next set to come out too, because I'm just having a really fun time in Ravnica. This is my first time in Ravnica. I wasn't really playing during the other Ravnica sets, the original and then Return to Ravnica, but I have been enjoying Return to Ravnica, so, that's good. Alright, here we are, and let's see what Lord Luxury has for us today. Okay, now, here's the thing, guys. Chamber Sentry is a good card, okay? It is a good card. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I'm not that big on it, to be honest. I'm not that impressed by it. I really am not. I certainly don't think it's better than some of these other cards in the pack. So I'm kind of tempted to, I either want to take Expansion Explosion here or Artful Takedown. Okay, these 2 spells are just so solid. I mean, not that Chamber Sentry isn't solid, but I just feel like we're probably going to get our money's worth a little more reliably with one of these 2 cards. So the real question is, which one do I want to pick? I'm a little higher on Expansion Explosion these days. So I'm going to pick that. I mean, okay, guys, I like Izzet, okay? I like Izzet. So just making my bias known. Let's just make sure that Vigorous Boreworm. Okay, so anyway, this is a close pick, guys. Close pick. We're going to go with Expansion Explosion and see what happens here. Okay, now, oh my goodness, we have an embarrassment of riches here for Izzet, okay? We're seeing a lot of really good Izzet cards, so I'm feeling good about my first pick. Now, so let's explore what those are, okay? Electrostatic Field is just sweet in Izzet. This thing can do like, 6 damage in a game, and it's also good defensive early play, and it's actually good in both aggressive and defensive. Is it really? Because it, has the reach and does the damage, so that's really good. Now, Command the Storm is also really sweet, just solid removal spell. Okay, solid removal spell, no problem with that. Now, Goblin Electromancer, of course, just makes your Command the Storms cheaper, and it's also just a good 2-drop, and this deck definitely wants 2-drops that can turn sideways and attack. Having said that, these are all commons, and this is an uncommon, and yeah, we're definitely going to go with this. Hopefully, oh boy, guys, okay, so we're doing really great here. This is a really good start. Now, okay, gotta say, Camaraderie. Okay, Camaraderie is a good card. Okay, so it looks like Selenia is also very open here. Okay, Selenia is also very open so far. Anyway, like we passed that other good Selenia card before, so someone's gonna get hooked up. But to be honest, I'm just gonna take Direct Current here because, I mean, come on guys, this is like one of the best commons in the set. It's not better than Camaraderie, but we already have some really, really good Is It cards, and I just like Is It better than Selenia. So we are gonna take Direct Current and put that directly into our deck. Okay, now this pack is just kind of already full of hot fruity garbage. Okay, this is like the Greta Garbo of Magic Draft packs. So I'm almost just tempted to take Maximize Altitude here because it's a really solid card. And Is It looks like we're maybe slanted about controlling here. And it's possible I might just take the Sacred Foundry because it might let us splash white, which could always be handy, and we'll probably pick up some more Maximize Altitude somewhere along the way. The rest of these cards just don't even deserve mention, so we're going to take the Foundry and see where that takes us, okay? See where that takes us. Now, yeah, see, here's the thing. Because we could actually just end up Boros here. We could end up Boros because, you know, I'm not really seeing any good blue cards here. And Sunhome Stalwart is just a really solid creature. Yeah, so I don't think any of the rest of these cards would convince me to move away from this. So we're going to take the Stalwart and see where that goes. Okay, now... See, now here I'm probably going to take Ornery Goblin. Okay, because look, Firemind's Research, okay, this is clearly an Is It card. Okay, clearly a card that could go into an Is It deck. Okay, but the thing is, it's like, it's okay. Okay, it's fine, but it's not like amazing. Whereas Ornery Goblin can go very, very well into either a Boros or an Is It deck. Okay, it's just a good offensive and sometimes defensive creature as well. So we're going to take the Goblin and feel pretty good about that. Yep. Now, okay, so we're seeing Invert Invent, which, okay, guys, this is clearly not like a marquee Is It card. Okay, it's not like the kind of card that would make you want to switch into Is It, but because we're seeing this, especially there's not much else really that good in this pack, it does kind of make me think that Is It is still open to our right. So, yeah, we're going to take this and hope that we can still get there with Is It. Now, okay, Golgari, Fine Broker, so clearly Golgari is somewhat open here, but I'm really not impressed with that so much. I'm also still not convinced that we're going to end up in white here, still not convinced of that, so we're just going to take Maniacal Rage, even though if we were solidly in white, I would prefer Sworn Companions, but Maniacal Rage... It's okay. It's okay. It's nothing special, but it's okay. Okay, now here's kind of an interesting pick. We kind of have to stake our claim here a little bit, because if we were going to go Boros, when we pick Hunted Witness, you know, constructed playable card here, Hunted Witness, standard playable card, Hunted Witness, or Maximize Velocity. Okay, so we clearly have to choose one of these two, and the real question is which one is going to pay us off more. They're both cards that you can pick up later. I'm going to go Maximize, although now I'm kind of regretting it because Healer's Hawk Wield, and this is just a very premium card in any deck that plays white, pretty much. I mean, pretty much. So kind of wish I'd taken Hunted Witness there, because we're definitely going to take Healer's Hawk here. And we may actually be ending up... Oh my goodness, look at this. Camaraderie Wield. Camaraderie, people. Camaraderie Wield. Okay, so we are not going to put this in our main deck. Okay, not going to main deck it. But that's an interesting card to have, okay? That's an interesting card to have for the future. So, you know, I'm just going to take some of these Selenia cards here because didn't really, care about any of the rest of those anyway. So, you know, if we open like a March of the Multitudes or something, we could maybe consider that. You know, we have like some good red cards here, but they're not amazing. Like, let's look at the cards that would make us want to stay in red, okay? Yeah, these are probably the four. Oh boy. Oh boy, guys, look. Can you just bear witness to the fact here that, like, I'm not forcing is it, okay? I like is it, but I'm not forcing it. But when we just get past the absolute best nuts cards in the entire freaking set, I mean, if there is one card that you could have on your side of the table, I mean, and to be honest, this is not even just in limited, but in standard. I mean, this is like maybe the best card in standard right now, okay? Never mind limited. And, you know, we get to open it and we're already in the colors, so like, I just can't even contain myself anymore. Okay, so we're definitely taking Niv Mizzet. Okay, we're definitely taking Niv Mizzet here. The Perun, he's just amazing. Now, other cards that I would consider Inescapable Blaze is decent, but it's pretty expensive. I like a good Command the Storm, that's not bad. I think Fire Urchin is just total garbage in any deck, really. Maybe it's even better in Boros, so yeah. Gravitic Punch, whatever. So we're going to take Niv Mizzet. Wow. Wow, guys, wow. Aurelia? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This is like, I just don't even know what's happening right now. Can you see my smile? Can you see my big? Oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Because we actually have a Sacred Foundry. We could play this in our deck, guys. We could play this in our deck. We are getting there. We are getting there. Yep. And the rest of these cards, okay, Conclave Cavalier. This guy's good, but like, you know, we're clearly not going into Selenia now. I mean, we're just not going to do it. So Aurelia is slam. Okay, slam. Now this is interesting. We even get to put Chamber Sentry in our deck, and if we're going to play like if we're going to splash for white, then this is good. Now, to be honest, if this card wasn't in the pack, I would take Izzet Guildgate to help cast my Niv Mizzet, because you really need to make sure you can get this down at the right time. But Chamber Sentry, especially if we're playing a 3-color deck, you know, especially if we're playing like a Jeskai deck, Chamber Sentry is just going to be too good. Okay, this card is really, really good. So I'm feeling really amazing. Oh, wow. Wow, guys, Steamkin. This is like another one of the best cards in the set. Okay, this is just like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited here. I'm just so excited. We are getting hooked up. Okay, we're getting hooked up. Steamkin's good. Now, Cavalier is also sweet. Someone's going to be happy about this. Okay, a lot of good Selenia cards going around the table. So, yep. I feel like these packs are just stacked. Okay, these are just some stacked packs. Okay, so stacked with well, okay. I mean, if I'll put as many Steamkins as I can get in my deck. Okay, I will put as many as I can get. Okay, if someone passed me 6, I would put 6 of these in my deck. Okay, they're just unbelievable, and they're really good together too. I mean, but they're just any red spell makes this a good card. So yeah, wow. This is like this might be like the highest power card pool of any card pool I've ever had in limited. I mean, this is just like insane. This is insane. So, like, look at this. We've already got like an amazing lineup of cheap creatures here. Okay, red's looking really open. Okay, we have two of the bombiest bomb creatures in the entire set here. So basically, pretty much from now on, what I'm looking for is just some spells, particularly red spells, and, you know, yeah, spells, pretty much. Although, well, this is tough, though, because Ornery Goblin is just going to be so good in this deck. I mean, Ornery Goblin's really good, so I would probably take Boros Guildgate if it weren't for this Ornery Goblin, but this is just going to be such a solid creature in our deck, and it's going to make our Runaway Steamkin good. So, sorry, Boros Guildgate, I almost chose you, but I will be looking to take Guildgates wherever I can. Basically, wherever I can, I'm going to take the Guildgates here because, you know, just clearly, Clearly we need the fixing here, okay? Now, one of the problems here is that I haven't seen really any blue. I haven't seen any good blue spells going in either direction, which actually makes me think that we might not end up playing our Niv Mizzet, which is kind of a shame. Okay, that's kind of a shame. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to take a lot to move me off of Niv Mizzet, especially since I do have a couple of pretty playable blue cards. I mean, this is Expansion Explosion is actively good. Well, okay, well this is starting to look pretty poo-tastic for us here. I mean, who plays Garrison Sergeant? You know, who plays Garrison Sergeant? But the problem is I don't really want any of the rest of these. Like, I'm not going to put this in my deck, so I don't know. Do I take Candlelight Vigil here? Is that really what I do? Combo with Healer's Hawk. Hey-oh, hey-oh. I guess we're going to take this, but like, if this ends up in our deck, we are going to be in trouble, guys. Okay, we're going to be in trouble. So this is kind of interesting, actually. I don't really know. I don't really know where we want to end up now. I'm feeling a little confused about the identity of our deck. Like, are we Boros? I don't know. Well, I know we're playing red. You know, I know we're playing red. Path Wall is a very different kind of creature than the rest of the creatures we have. It could be helpful to push through some damage. And if we do end up in blue, it might be nice to have a blue low drop. So we're going to take that and see what happens. Oh my goodness, a third Conclave Cavalier? That's ridiculous. We're just going to take Sergeant Gary here. Well, somebody is getting hooked up, okay? Somebody's getting hooked up. Wow. 4 of these? Okay, this is ridiculous. We're going to take the Pack Beast here on the off chance that we end up Boros. Because we might just end up playing Boros here. With a strongly red, you know, it might be a strongly red based Boros deck. I'm just not seeing the blue is the problem. We just haven't seen any good blue cards at all. So I'm sorry, Niv Mizzet, but we may actually end up just not playing you at all, which would be a real shame. Okay, that'd be a real shame. So anyway, let's see where we can go from here. Let's see where we can go. Well, now I just have to make my choice, I guess. I just have to make a choice here because Light of the Legion is just an absolute ridiculous bomb. Okay, it's not even close. I mean, Light of the Legion, LOL. I mean, it's just LOL. You play this card and you laugh out loud. But Lava Coil is like the best removal spell in the entire set. So this is a problem, guys. Is if we end up then I'm going to be really sad that I took Light of the Legion. Whereas Lava Coil can go in either deck. I might just take Lava Coil here, as redonkulous as that sounds. Okay. Let me, sorry about that, guys. Going to move my camera so you can see my deck a little bit better. Here, see my deck a little bit better. That's a really hard pick. Okay, Lava Coil makes it into my deck no matter what, whereas Light of the Legion doesn't. So, but white has been a lot more open. This is a hard pick, guys, hard pick. I'm going to take Lava Coil. I just think it's safer. Okay, I just think it's safer. Okay, well, now we have Conclave Tribunal, so probably we're going to end up in white because this is just such a solid removal spell. Such a solid removal spell. So it's kind of sad because I really wanted to play Niv Mizzet, but I just don't. I'm not going to pass this Conclave Tribunal. It's too good. It's too good. So, and I am especially not going to pass another Conclave Tribunal, okay? As much as I'm really tempted to take Healer's Hawk here, we got to slam that. Okay, slam. Okay, now the real question is, do we take Luminous Bonds or do we take Truefire Captain? Because I think we take the Captain here, and the reason is because we already have some decent removal spells, and this guy is just a pretty good top of the curve for a Boros deck, even maybe a bit of a slower Boros deck like the one that we're playing here. So even though Luminous Bonds is very good, we're going Truefire. The name's Bond. Luminous Bond. Okay, so getting serious here again. Here's the real question. I think I want to take Sure Strike here, because a Boros deck, what's a Boros deck without a combat trick? You know what I'm saying? Kind of tempted to take Boros Guildgate, but you know, to be honest, we don't really want that many tap lands in our Boros deck anyway. So, yep, Sure Strike it is. Sure Strike it is. And we got another one here. I don't know if we really want two. I mean, it's a good spell. We'll play it. I'm going to put these Izzet cards in the sideboard here. Goodbye, Izzet cards. See how many 2-drop creatures we have here, because I might take the Shield Mate just to up our creature count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, well, that's interesting. I think I'm going to take another Sure Strike. I mean, just so good. It's so good. Now, Poe, there's nothing for us here. There is nothing for us here. So, what do we do? Guess we just take the Selenia Guildgate. That's just, yeah. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay, now Righteous Blow is what we're picking up here. Kind of interesting, actually. I'm kind of regretting not taking that 2-drop creature, because we do need more creatures in our deck. Like now we're taking Parhelion Patrol, which is, you know, it's a little mediocre, but and I guess we got to take Ledev Guardian here, and actually maybe even put that in our deck. Yep. I don't feel. Oh, Wojak is good. Wojak is really good. That was an important creature for us to pick up this late. Yep. Really happy about the Bodyguard here. Now I'm probably just gonna take another Ledev Guardian. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. That's fine. We'll get by with this. Okay. Skyline Scout is a welcome addition to our deck for sure. Okay, for sure. This is very good. Happy about this. Okay, happy about this. This is probably like a 2-drop. Yeah, this is just going to be a 2-drop in our deck. So, Dissident in the sideboard and Selesnya Locket. Okay, so this was kind of an interesting draft, guys, because, you know, pack 1, I was pretty sure that we were going to end up in Izzet, and then when I opened that Niv Mizzet, then I was just like pretty darn sure that we were going to end up in Izzet. But pretty much from then on, we just opened all white and red cards. So, you know, sorry Niv Mizzet, can't play you. So, where do we go from here? Okay, let's look at our lineup. So, we have, let's gonna move my camera here again. Okay, so yeah, all right. So let's see what we got here. Now, what do we cut here? What do we cut? I think, well, okay. Removals over here, and we definitely want to play a lot of creatures. That's for sure. Righteous Blow. It's not a great spell, but you know, if you need a playable, it's definitely a playable. So probably gonna leave Maximize Velocity in here. Probably gonna do that. I think we also want Sworn Companions here. Up the creature count in our deck a little bit. Now, let's see. Well, I think we probably want to play 1 Take Heart here, and maybe switch out a Sure Strike. I mean, I like Sure Strike better. Okay, I like it better, but it's nice to have a 1-mana combat trick, especially in a deck that wants to turn sideways like this deck does. So, that's pretty good. We're probably going to take Electrostatic Field out, but maybe sideboard it in, depending on the matchup. Probably not, though. Probably not. Goblin Locksmith is pretty weak 2-drop creature, so we're going to take that out, too. Look at this removal suite. Guys, look at this removal suite. We may end up playing the Locksmith because we might just need another 2-drop creature. Okay, so let's put our combat tricks over here. I think 3 combat tricks looks pretty good in a deck like this. And then Maniacal Rage. Maybe we take out Maniacal Rage. Don't think it's going to be that strong. I mean, okay, it's pretty good to put on a Healer's Hawk. Okay, it's pretty good. And maybe Maybe it's better than the maximized velocity here. That's an interesting question. Maniacal Rage versus maximized velocity in a Boros deck. We do have 2 flyers here. With the Parklian Patrol, we have 2 flyers. So that's pretty compelling, actually. So maybe let's try that out. Let's try that out and see how that goes here. Now, okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 true drops is not bad. Okay, that's not bad. It's not great, especially since we have like kind of a lack of 3-drop creatures here. Ledev Guardian, I guess, is going to be a 3-drop a decent amount of the time. So I can kind of put it in that slot. Oh yeah, and then remember Chamber Sentry is a 2-drop in the deck, so that's pretty good. We got 1 1-drop and 7 2-drops, so I'm feeling better about this. Okay, I'm feeling better about this. Now, it still seems like a bit of a low creature count for Boros, but if you look at all of our non-creature cards, they're just pretty good. Maybe Righteous Blow can come out. Yeah, maybe Righteous Blow is not that good. Problem is, what do we put in instead? I guess Pack Beast. Pack Beast is like a decent curve topper. It's nothing to write home about, but it's a decent curve topper. Okay. Okay, now guys, I do regret taking Lava Coil over Light of the Legion. I am finding myself regretting that pick. The good news is, how sad can you be with a Lava Coil in your deck, okay? How sad can you be? Not that sad. So, I'm not that sad about it, but I'm a little sad about it. Okay, just a little sad about it. Here's the question, do we bring in the Pack Beast? Curve Topper, 5-drop. That's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, and if we do bring that out, then I'd probably want to take out maybe Maniacal Rage here. Or Righteous Blow. Let's see, is Intrusive Pack Beast better than Righteous Blow? Maybe it is. Because look at all these. Yeah. We have 4 removal spells and 3 combat tricks or pump spells. And that's pretty much all we can afford to have in a Boros deck, because we want a lot of creatures, so I think that's good. I think this is good. This is a little bit more top-heavy Boros deck. Like, I'm probably going to play 17 lands here, as opposed to 16, which I might play otherwise. Like, if we took out the Pack Beast, put in the Righteous Blow, and yeah, then I might be more inclined to do 16, but I think this is going to be good. Okay, I think this is going to be good. Now, if we're like playing in the mirror match, like a mirror aggro Boros match, then I might actually bring in another Ledev Guardian here. Let's take a quick pass through the rest of our cards here and see if we're missing out on anything important. How good is expansion here? I don't think expansion is that good in Boros. This doesn't look like it's a windmill slam for me. Now, invert. Again, I might board this in if I see some creatures that can really get hosed by it, but I'm not super impressed with playing that either in a Boros deck. So, and then we're not going to splash for any of these poo-tastic Selenium cards here. So I'm kind of liking the look of this deck now. I think that we have a pretty solid deck here. One more question I have is, because we have 2 Runaway Steamkins, it almost makes me want to play Sure Strike instead of Take Heart, because it's just another red spell that we can get into our deck, and we basically want to play as many red spells as we can. Or Maximize Velocity is pretty amazing with Runaway Steamkin, because you can cast it twice, so you can get 2 triggers out of it, which is pretty amazing. However, it's not that great of a card unless you top deck a creature, so this is really interesting, guys. There's a lot we could do here, okay? There's a lot we could do with this deck. And it's kind of nice, actually. It's kind of nice to have these options. So let's just see. Take Heart is just good, though, it's the thing. How many red spells do we have anyway? Let's sort by color. We do have a pretty, let's see, 9, 11 red spells. So that seems decent. That seems like enough for Steamkins, right? That seems like enough, right? Probably enough. I do like me a Sure Strike, that's for sure. Strike. Okay, guys, we're gonna run it like this. We're gonna run it like this and see how we feel about it, okay? We're gonna run it like this and see how we feel about it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so add the lands. Yep. Even split looks good to me. Because we do have, you know, we have this cheap Healer's Hawk we want to get down quickly, and we do have a bit more white cards, but we want to be able to cast this direct card on turn 3. So, okay, guys, well, I'm feeling pretty good about this deck. We've got one absolute bomb in here, and you know, True Fire Captain is going to be very good too, and Runaway Steamkins are very good. So overall I'm feeling pretty confident about this deck, even though I don't really love Boros, and I would have much rather ended up Izzet to play this Niv Mizzet, but you know, we read the signals and here we are. So join me for match 1 right after this.